Hello and good evening, Cosmic Explorers. I am your co-creator, Hillis Pugh, along with me. I am flying solo this evening as Rebecka has to take care of personal matters, but who knows, she may pop on and surprise us. If you know Rebecka, she is always full of surprises. So before we begin, I just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in weekly and watching and supporting us. We very much appreciate your presence in this space. And how's everyone doing tonight? Just want to check in with you guys with how everyone is doing because we're in the midst of this grand energy as Mercury in retrograde started a few days ago, had the lunar eclipse last night. There is another eclipse coming up. So there's like so many celestial events happening right now, and it's putting a few people and a lot of people on edge, whether we are aware of this or not. And so it can be a bit challenging and difficulty really moving into these energies, especially now that we are in the midst of so many celestial events, galactic events, and so forth. So, how's everyone doing? Just want you guys to chime in as we get through tonight's topic, tonight's show, and to really connect to what's really most important. And what's most important is you. And as we move through these celestial events, a lot of things are going to come up. A lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of fear, a lot of doubt, and a lot of signs of wanting to move into the next phase and letting certain things go or expire in your life. And it's only natural. It's only natural to really let go what needs to be let go of, and I talked about this, a few episodes back, to where now is the time if you are feeling a certain way about things, very intuitively knowing that certain things should come to an end, or if other things are beginning to open up. It's time to allow yourself to trust in yourself because this time is about you. It's about you trusting yourself, honoring yourself in whatever form that may take. But we've gotten so accustomed to uh, to how things are, you know. And with us being accustomed to how things are, we've gotten in this rut, so to speak, in this space of comfort and not wanting to expand into our new divine space. And what does this space look like? What is this space going to hold and contain for us? And it's you who's creating this space. You have to really now, it's like, what is it that I want to create for myself? What is it that I want to create with myself? What is it that is happening for me? As this energy is allowing it to be more delicate, to be more precise as we move into the specifics of what it is that we want to create. Before, when we were in the space of creating, we just like, oh, well, I'm just going to do this, or I'm just going to do that, and just allow the universe to guide me and take control. Now it's at a point to where we have to be more specific about what we want, about what we are creating for ourselves. And as we move into the space of creation, it's about really understanding what it is that we are creating, you know, because there's power in that. There's power in the breath. There's power in who we are and what we choose to be. And with us really understanding this flow, especially with all the celestial events happening right now. And I think the new moon is this weekend too, or coming up in a couple of days as well. So many things is challenging to keep track. But as we move into the flow of these things, what I was guided to share with you guys, and I think you guys have gotten used to it by now, is a poem, one of my original pieces, and it's just beautiful in how things just kind of show up. And so, what I want to share with you guys is this poem titled "Breathe," or "Just Breathe," rather. So, allow these words to connect. And as these words are spoken, allow them to assist you in the space in which you are wanting to create for yourself. Because this is what it's about now. It's about us stepping into what is best and for our highest good as these words are spoken to you. Just breathe. Inhale, hold, feel the flow return, feel the connection to the beginning. The expansion has taken place, reaching the center of all lines, all points activated, feeling the pulse, feeling the vibration, commanding the flow. Inhale deeper. The structure and restructure no longer fragmented, light seen, light guided, thoughts now emotions, feelings, all once unfamiliar now known. Exhale, release, let go into the present, flow into the being, feel the shift, understand with compassion, having peace. And just allow these words to really connect, to express the depth of the meaning, the ascension of this meaning that is being commanded with the energy that we are all creating in this moment. Whether you are watching this now or present, whenever you are connecting with this, know that this energy is always present, always permeating in your being, as we are always infinitely creating, as we now move from the space of duality, moving from the space of trinity. Because this is what everyone is talking about right now, right? People are talking about duality, Christ consciousness, Trinity energy, moving into the three and moving into all of this energy. But what no one is talking about, that I'm being guided to express in this moment, is the singularity. And as I express this, no, this is brand new as I am channeling this information and energy of the singularity of energy. As most of us have grown up in religion, most of us has grown up in some sort of church, and they always talked about, uh, Jesus Christ, Mary, Mother Mary, the Holy Spirit. I can't even remember right now, but you guys get the gist, Holy Spirit, Jesus, and God. So it's like all the three, energies. I can't think because it's been so long since I've been out of this. But what everyone is referring to is this Christ consciousness energy, and how this Christ consciousness God energy lives in us. But no one is talking about the Godness, the God energy that's living inside. And the way to access that Godness energy is by accessing the Christ consciousness, or the Trinity energy. But no one is talking about the singularity, the oneness that has existed, will continue to exist in its many shapes, in its many ways. And it is in that singularity of energy where we can fully access our divinity, where we can fully access who we really are. And thank you, everyone, for showing the love for the poetry as it is all my original work. So I appreciate that. But going back to the energy of the singularity, how the energy of the singularity is expressed is this one mass or one collective consciousness energy where we are all in this space together. We are all connected in this space together, regardless of what we believe, regardless of what we know. It is in this Christ consciousness energy, is in this Christ singularity that we allow ourselves to have these variant of experiences. And in this variant of experiences is the stream of collective energies, the stream of collective wisdom, the stream of collective knowing. And in the stream of collective knowing, we then can add to or even shift the belief of the collective consciousness, the belief of what we know, just by having one person as an example and believing in that one person, believing that this can change, this can shift. And it is in that singularity that we allow ourselves to be on this path of oneness, this path of completion. And when I mean completion, this path of completion of ascension, this path of completion to knowing that we are more than this, that we can embody the Godness, the God energy within us here in this physical body. That's what I mean when I speak of the energy of completion in this time and moment. And as this energy of completion is emerging, we then can move into the singularity consciousness, the singularity of movement, the singularity of this beauty that is emerging within each and every single one of us. And we often hear duality and Trinity energy spoken often, but what no one is talking about is the choices that are being made. So think of it this way. You're on path and you come to the fork in the road and there's two paths, left or right. That's duality. And then eventually that duality will bring you back to one space or another, or it will bring you back around into the circle to experience everything all over again. And then there's the Trinity energy, which is a bit more confusing because we have three paths, multiple paths, which is, more than just infinity energy, the duality of the loop of everything happening again. But then there's also this space of interjecting energy of the singularity, the oneness. And so it is in that singularity energy, the oneness, that we all tend to desire the most. We want the most to be in this God high energy, this goddess God energy, this high energy. And as we move into that space, we are, in duality. We are in wanting Christ consciousness, this God energy. But what we tend to forget is our own personal experiences and how we led up to that. And the energy on the path of the singularity energy is, as we move into the singular path, the structure, we stay on path, we stay on course and having every single experience imaginable. Every single experience imaginable in this life without having to repeat the quote unquote lesson, not having to repeat the experiences, but knowing that we received what we received and allowing ourselves to move forward, to project ourselves even further, even higher with the vast knowledge that we take with us, that the vast knowledge that we have access to, that we have this energy to connect with. I hope you guys are following me because as I speak this is brand new, that no one else has, that I have heard talk about. So if you guys are following and understanding, put in the comments yes or no. And if you want clarity about with this discussion, and I'm sure this won't be the last time this comes up, please ask what you want clarity about, because as I speak this, the path of the singularity energy is of great movement. And so, just to simplify, duality is energy that is that we are stuck in the loop and we repeat everything in every cycle and every variant possible, every variation possible of an experience, we repeat it in some form or fashion, whether it's a relationship, partner, job, whatever experience, it is in that. And in that is the emotional energy. And the emotional energy is the thought of that experience. That's what emotions are. Emotions are innate thoughts, are quick reference, if you will. Just like you have an encyclopedia, your emotions are the encyclopedia of your experiences. I'm going to say that again. Your emotions are the encyclopedia of your experiences. And if you guys watched last week's show, which most of you guys did, I kind of talked about the difference between emotions and feelings. And so feelings that we come to know are is our intuition. Point blank. Feelings are our intuitive guiding space. It's our intuitions. But some of us use the word emotions because it sounds more intelligent and more, something to reason with. And the reason why it sounds more intelligent, because it's connected to our thoughts. It's connected to our experiences of that which already has existed, which that has already experienced. So this is why we know the emotion of hurt, the feeling of pain, the physical feeling of pain, and so forth and so on. This is why we have definitions for the terms that we have, because of the experiences and the emotions and the physical feelings of these emotions, of these experiences. So it's now time for us to move into our feelings, into our intuition, and and step into the singularity of energy. The singularity meaning the oneness of our true existence. People often say, well, I can't ascend in this body, or this human body isn't meant to do this, this human body isn't meant to do that. That's only because of the limiting beliefs and programs that we have been given on this planet. It is because of the holding patterns that we have allowed ourselves to succumb to. Because we've always looked outside of ourselves for guidance and trust and existence of what it is. And not saying that looking outside of yourself for guidance is incorrect, but when you allow yourself to, doubt yourself, when you allow yourself to mistrust yourself, when you allow yourself to not move into the energies or directions that you are moving into, then of course you're going to continually look outside yourself because you don't trust yourself. And you go back to the emotions that you have, because the emotions help you think through a process that may otherwise be beneficial to you, and you think yourself out of that as opposed to trusting your feelings. So someone like myself or my co-host who's absent tonight, Rebecka, or anyone, can assist you on getting back on path into the singularity of energy, the connection to yourself, the connection to God, the energy, because this human body renews itself consistently on a daily basis. It just renews itself. It rejuvenates itself on a daily basis if we just take care of it. And with the proper care, there are things that this human body can do that I have yet to only dream to do, such as levitate. I can't wait till I tap into that energy, because before, in a lifetime in Egypt, I was able to do marvelous things with this body, you know probably levitated then, and have telepathy and telekinesis, and just really having full access to that. And it is because the whole belief system of this planet got turned upside down, bringing in the energy of duality and this trinity energy. But now it's the energy of the singularity, the oneness, to accept the oneness that we truly are. And as you move into that space, as you move into this divinity, as you move into all of this beauty that exists in you, you then can allow yourself to open up to receiving, to knowing the truth of who you are as a human being on this planet. And the sooner that you step into that, the more ready and apt you are to allow yourself to be present and to be here, to be now, to be in this highest path for your best good. You guys with me? I know I'm just going on and bringing in this information, and I'm happy to have brought forth this information for you guys tonight. And so, yeah, it's just the beauty of this untanglement. Untanglement. We often talk about timelines and quantum entanglement and quantum this and entanglement that and all this other entangle this. It's time to untangle everything, okay? Untangle the thought patterns, untangle the quantum entanglement, untangle the timelines, untangle, because honestly, there's this talk about timelines, right? And how there's multiple timelines and multiple outcomes and multiple whatevers, okay? There's this multiverse, there's multi that. And it probably does exist. It probably does exist to some degree where there's multiple versions of you living some fantastic dream and living this and living that and all of that, right? Not saying that it's not true. I'm not saying that it is true. I'm just saying, it's what you believe. But I just want you guys to really feel into what's true for you in this moment. And whatever you are, whatever you're doing, feel into what I just said. Everyone take a collective deep breath in and let it out and feel what's true for you. What resonates with you? Do you believe that there's this crossing over and timeline jumping into these other energies and these other experiences that you could be potentially having with yourself or others? Because think of it this way. I know for a fact that there is at least, well, for me personally, at least 70% of my soul's energy present in this physical being. That I know. And the other 30% is, download. The other 30% is in the ethers, okay? And if you choose to have other experiences, then how would you divide up your energy to be less than who or what you are? Why would you do that? Why would you even consider or co-sign or consent to dividing up your energy to have multiple experiences or multiple timelines and other energies and universes, unless there's more of you to give? And if that is the case, if there's more to you to give, then why not bring all the energy back to you in one singular moment to experience the fullness, the true, authentic fullness of who you are? Now think about that. And as you think about that, as you resonate with that energy, what feels true for you? And I want to hear from you guys. What feels true for you? Do you feel that you are in, having multiple experiences and multiple timelines in this entanglement of energy? Or do you feel like there's only one version of you and this one singular path of energy moving forward, choosing now to be in the singular energy, choosing now to have taken everything that you experienced behind you and bringing it forward and moving it forward into this energy and having this singular experience to then branch and share with the collective? Do you feel that you would waste time and energy and resources that are so important to where you lose your true identity, to lose the trueness of who you are? Or do you feel that somehow, you have been on lockdown and you can't access any of it, so you went to other places to find how you can access this energy? Whatever is true for you is true for you. And I'm not saying it's not true. And so with this energy of entanglement and this and that, As Sherry and Shara says, that's BS, you know, because I personally in this moment am not convinced. I'm not saying that the science isn't real because there's science to prove all of this. However, on a soul level, why would you consent or consign to splitting up yourself and having all these experiences of being less than who you are? And I like what you're saying here, Indigo. I like this. That you and Patty have been studying quantum physics for a couple of years, and the theory I heard is that the whole soul moves from one timeline to another. It isn't split. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly it. Because I'm just gonna put that back up again. Because are we are such a mass, and that I even talked about this before. That the enormity of the energy that it takes to shift or to jump timelines for a single individual are so massive that it can't go unnoticed. And if it does go unnoticed, it's because other people are not aware of what just happened. And so when we split, well, when we move, shift, or jump, it is because we also have to shift other people's consciousness too. To say, hey, remember that time when such and such happened? No, I don't remember that. So we also have to alter the energy of experiences, not altering the mind because that's different, not altering the brain, but altering the energy of experiences, which is easier to manipulate, easier to shift, easier to change. So why would we go through all that trouble when we can just be here, be now, be present, and ask what is ours to return to us? Now, this is part of the work that I do. Anything that has been lost in the astral plane, which is real, anything that's been lost in the ethers, or anything that has been imprinted and has been received by another being, another soul, then yeah, we call that energy back to us. That is another way that we are split. But in actual time, in what we call time, no. That's not what I believe in this moment. Not saying that it doesn't exist, but the enormity of energy that it takes to do, it wouldn't go unnoticed. And not saying the enormity of energy that you see in movies, the enormity of energy that it impacts. And the thing is, it would drain us so much because we're not ready yet. We're not ready there as a collective. We're not ready there as a species to really begin these types of shifts. And so there probably are a select few, and I'll probably say some of those would be some of the Shaolin monks, because this is all they do. They study this. This is their life. I mean, they spend their lives tapping into this energy and connecting this energy into the physical space. So, if I was like Bruce Wayne and have billions of dollars, where I could just spend my time working and connecting with the energy on this level, trust me, I'll be able to do it by now. And speaking of, we're missing one of my favorite people tonight. Batman's not here tonight. Missing a few people. So hope you guys are still following me. Hope you guys are still keeping up with this topic for the night. But as I continue probably just to go in a little bit further, more than welcome to ask any questions of clarity as I move, as we begin to shift the energies for you guys to go into asking your spirit questions for tonight, because it wouldn't be a Friday night tune-up if you guys didn't get tuned up, right? So get ready to ask your questions. And so as I bring this topic to a close, it's just really understanding now the power that you hold, the singularity of energy that is you, the beingness that is you, the God consciousness energy that lives in you, that is you, that lives in everything from the ant to the spider to the dog to the inanimate objects in your home, to the chairs that you sit on, to the tables that you sit at, all contains this life force energy because it was all once a living thing. And you have to understand, even though it may not be living in that moment, it still has that essence. It still has that beauty. and that's part of its singular experience. So it shifted forms, it transformed forms, just like we do. We have the capability to shapeshift or to transform and to move into these higher energies. It is us who manipulated this energy to create something new. So then now it is up to us to manipulate the energy within ourselves to allow for the singularity that is the oneness, the godness in us to be expressed. Thank you, universe, for that message. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. As you guys are regulars, we typically don't know what we're going to talk about until just a few minutes before the show. And even tonight, I have the slightest idea of what was going to come through. I did my prayer, my meditation, and it was like, okay, whatever's going to come in, come in. And so this was presented for the first time to all of you. So I hope you guys received it and even watch it again if you have to fully take in the energy, the vibration, the resonance of this energy. And so, indigo, what are we talking about here? We know that everything is energy, frequency, and vibration goes out of sync. At that point, it is possible to balance again and take oneself back to 0 point. Yeah, I love that you said that, taking it back to 0 point. That's something I'm going to probably start doing every single day. Wake up and reset myself and get back into alignment, especially now with all this newness that is coming in on the planet right now. There's a lot of stuff happening, and I was told that I have to rest, even though I don't want to do it. If I do so reluctantly, knowing that there's other things that have my attention. So I have to understand that I have to then allow myself to go back to 0 point, to reset myself, to come back into that alignment of energy. And, what 0 point is for me may be different for some of you guys. So take this message, receive it, don't receive it, just allow yourself to be that in which you are in the receptive mode too. And for there's no coincidence or reason why you showed up tonight or didn't show up. Just want to say thank you to my friends, to my family who are watching, to the fans of the show here in the States and abroad. We appreciate you so much. And it's just a beautiful thing. And as I wait for some of you guys spirit questions to come in, I just want to share with you guys to understand that this is my time, and I dedicate my time to you. And just like anything else, if you find this broadcast of value, I do ask that you click on the link in the description to offer a donation, because that helps to keep the show going. With every donation made, it goes to the running of the show. Whether it's just a beautiful essence, a beautiful being of that, and so it just really moves and helps. And in addition to that, just want to do a quick plug, real quick, since I'm waiting for spirit questions. And so when I was reading the poem, "Just Breathe," it reminded me of a conversation that I had earlier with one of my friends. And it was about this product that I've been taking for about 6 months. Well, not 6 months, almost 2 months now. And some of you guys are taking, some of the people who are watching that, which I appreciate. And it is ASEA. And one of the things that we were talking about is how this product has really helped me with my energy work, with my healing. And one of the things that I realized is that how it really helps with the connection, because as I'm putting together this manual with my teacher to be able to teach others this gift that I'm able to utilize and help others with, that one of the most important pieces of this is the Lung Meridian. And without the Lung Meridian, you can't allow yourself to run this energy, because it's the breath. And it is how we breathe. And one of the things that I noticed that when I started taking this was how my breath was much more open, and everything was just flowing more with ease, and how my meridians were open, how my channels open, and how my cells open. Because and this product is this level of oxygen, and the oxygen is in the cells. And the cells help to clear out the energies, help to detoxify, and to help open up the channels for me to gift and to be a gift and to be of service to other people. So if you want to know more about this product, you can click on the link in the description as well to where we can connect, and how this elixir of life, this blue bottle of surprises, as I like to call it, is can help you on what you need to do for yourself and for your life. And wow. Pamela, thank you so much for your presence and energy. Yeah, because, oh, yeah, you're off work now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Um, Deborah, oh, yeah. Deborah, yes, I appreciate you too. I appreciate all of you guys tonight. I mean, as I'm flying solo, and so this interaction is helping me for the evening. And so thank you so much for all of this. And then uh, AJ, thank you so much. You know, I appreciate you and all that you do and all that you are. And our first question of the night. Wow, and I'm going to say that I'm consistently have been consistently since I pushed the live button, been getting downloads for this, and so this is really amazing. So forgive me if I take a little bit time to really tune into the energies of these spirit questions for tonight. And so, Hillis, I have a strong, exciting feeling over the past 2 days. It feels like a win of some sort. Are there any messages regarding this? Much gratitude. Um, so first thing that comes in for me, my dear Indigo, is that your guides, loved ones, it's like this team of cheerleaders applauding you for how far you have come on your journey. I mean, it's because you have now fully taken charge of everything that has happened in your life, and has not that uh, you let go of all the old belief systems that people told you couldn't do this or you couldn't do that, or that's not good for you, or that's not going to happen for you. You let all that go. So and so what I'm so excited about is because the things that are coming in is everything that you and I talked about, that I know personally about you because you and I work together, uh, is in that space, and everything that we've done for that month and a half, almost 2 months of working together, you know, all of that stuff is still being set free, being cleared from the energy field, and you know this, and along with the elixir, the blue bottle of surprises, that has also helped jumpstart everything else. And so that's part of the prayers that you have that are being answered for you. So everything else is you know, done, gone, because you let it all go. And so uh, applaud yourself for all of that you have accomplished in this short time of us being together. So I am so excited and happy for you to see where the rest of your journey takes you on this path of singularity now. And give Patty our love. I know he's probably sleeping, but he's next. And then Pamela, my dear, I actually wanted to show with you soon, talk about self-love and how, yes. Yeah, I know. I can't wait because I know you and I, we met for whatever reason that we have met, and it has definitely been tough love for both of us, and I appreciate and honor you in that, and so I thank you. And then, yes, you're most welcome, my dear. So I am here for you with anything. You know that. And like I said, Patty's next. I can't wait. Um, And so, Pamela, here's my spiritual question. I believe it's time for a 30B Pamela's best find. I don't understand. 30B. Time for a 30B. Okay. Proved myself to be many, and now it's time a 30 challenge to be my own personal friend. I'm not understanding what the 30 challenge is. Oh, 30 day. And as I was reading, I was like, I think the word day was missing out of that. So thank you for that confirmation, my dear. And so, yes, it's definitely time for you to really step into the fullness of who you are. But you know this already. You know this already, my dear. You and I have been talking just now, and understand that this realization you're having in this moment is self confirmation for you. Self confirmation for you to really understand, to really know, and to really be who you are, and that is to be who you are outside of the relationships, outside of the friendships, outside of the work environment. And when you know who you are outside of all of that, and when you stop giving so much of yourself away in all these situations, you then could come back into that space of singularity, to come back into that center space and reset yourself, and to know that it is me, that I am Pamela. I'm not Pamela with this person. I am Pamela so and so with this person. I'm Pamela. So it's like all these what's the word? All these extensions. So all these extensions or versions of you with these other people. Now it's time for those versions or extensions to disappear, because it's not truly who you are. As I talked about moments ago, it's about this splitting of energy. And so you split yourself on the energetic level to fit yourself in these situations and experiences. So now it's time to bring it all back together, bring it all back home for you to really be who you are. And and yeah, yeah, I'm excited. So just be who you are. So the long short answer is yes. It is time for that, my dear. It is time for that. And so, Deborah, I had a couple of recent aha moments recently. Any messages regarding them? And I just want to say that I'm just in the space of download. So if you see my eyes twitch or whatnot, it's because this massive download of energy is just moving through my body as I receive this information. So more stuff may come through as we get to the tune-up portion of tonight. But so the message I have for you, my dear, is that whatever recent choices you have made, know that these are the right choices. Know that these are the right choices for you. And with these choices for you, it only is going to bring a lot of goodness, a lot of more things to come, and more of trusting energies, and no longer trust outside of yourself, trust within yourself, but receive the proper guidance along the way. So have that guidance to go within, and to allow that, yes, this is for me. Yes, this is for me. Yes, I know this. Yes, I know this. All these reminders and rememberings that are happening for you now. So that's essentially what this is as well. All these reminders and rememberings of it. And so, yeah, it is definitely, it is definitely time for you to really step into that, especially uh, well, you and I have talked, so I can't wait for you to begin working with me as well. I'm just waiting, and for you to do wondrous other things in your life as well, because it's time, and it is time for everyone. And just want to say hello to Bethany. I love you. I miss you. I'm so glad you finally be able to pop on tonight. But everyone, it is time. No more I'll wait. No more, I'll put it off. No more, no more, no more. Now is the time. Now is the time to fully step into this energy. It's really time for you to move into the expected version of yourself. And Bethany, you have to go back and watch the replay because there's a very important message that you have to hear. Okay? So anyone who's just tuning in, when this is done, watch the replay because it's a very important message. Okay? Um, so yeah, it's time to do so. And with that being said, people, questions are over. If there aren't any more questions, so you know what that means. It's Miss Rebecka. It's time for the tune-up though. But I'm not gonna do it. Because I miss her. This is like the part where she kind of like shines because this is like her thing too. We do it together. But it's a very marvelous thing, and I was guided to bring this guy tonight. So those of you who've seen my other videos, you know who she is. You know who exactly she is. But this is my Lung Meridian healing rod that I have worked with all of you with. So anyone who has done a session with me, they have felt her energy in presence. But Bethany has a question. So we're gonna pause for the tune-up, and we'll get right back to it. I just want to ask Bethany's question. Anything to know about my family issues? I've been praying that it's been intense. So Bethany, the first word that I hear, and I'm not sure what it means for you, but this is the word that I hear, is separation. And I'm not sure if you're going through separation or if it's time for family separation. Just allowing whatever energies to come into that. And also avoidance. And I feel like there's been some avoidance energy as well. And it's time to let go of any situations that haven't been serving you because they feel like they've been weighing you down. These situations, family issues, feel like it's been weighing you down a lot, really, in here emotionally because of the experiences that you have been experiencing. The emotional content has gotten so heavy you just don't know what to do with it. And so in that space of emotional content, you just have to allow yourself to move through it and let go of the pieces that don't serve you anymore. Just let it go. And forgive me for saying this because it may be a little harsh, but damn the consequences, because you are important. You have a lot of value to bring to this planet, have a lot of wisdom to bring to this planet, and everything else is weighing you down because of it. So bye-bye. I hope that helps. So yeah. And yes. Oh, I see. Makes sense. Yes. So you guys, it is now time for the Friday night tune-up. And so as I am connecting to the energies, opening the portals, I'm going to be using this guy, using her to open up the energies. So whatever you're doing right now, whether you're watching this down later, I invite the energies of the singularity as I open up the portal of energies. We go ki hito osha oma om shimasi. We go ki hito oshimasi. As I open up the energy portals for us to receive the understanding of this true oneness, this true singularity of energy that we hold, this Godness energy, our light, our purpose, allow that to be shown and be revealed to us as we allow for this beautiful, beautiful white light with these gold crystals, this crystalline energy to enter into our space, as we give permission for this light, this energy, this God energy, this oneness, this singularity of energy to move into our field, move into our bodies, to move through our meridian system, to move through our immune system, to move through our reproductive system, our digestive system, to move through every aspect of us and touch every single cell in our body. As we allow this energy to move through and permeate and guide us through, opening up the channels of energy, the existing energy that lives in us, to clear away all other programs, beliefs, all energies that no longer serve us, to clear and to be finally free of these energies that has held us in a pattern of experience and an emotional space that subjected us to limiting ourselves, to eliminate to eliminate other people, limiting their experiences, limiting ourselves, limiting our existence. Allow this energy to be free and clear from our beings, from our space, as we now allow for this beautiful white light with these golden crystals to be planted in every single cell in our being and our body. Allow for this energy to connect to our one self, our whole self, our only self, our God self, our knowing, and in knowing, allow the truth of who we are to be seen, to be heard, to be felt. To know that in our mind's eye, in our nervous system is relaxed, our sympathetic and parasympathetic systems are now being reset to this divine energy, as we now allow for our lymphatic system, our adrenal glands to be clear of all emotional experiences that no longer serve us, to be clear of this divine, to be clear of this lower vibrating energy, this energy that is not ours, this energy that is not ours, this energy that is not ours, this energy that does not belong to us, and return all this energy back to the source of which it has came from by returning to the space of love, as this beautiful white light is now allowing us to see ourselves, to know ourselves, to be who we truly are, as we accept ourselves in our wholeness and completeness now. Allowing for this energy to reset our systems, to reset our body, to reset ourselves, to reset the oneness and beingness of who we are in this moment. Allowing this energy of fifth dimensional love and harmony to be present in our space and our beings, and allow us to be reminded each and every day of the love that we are, as we bring these energies into divine balance and harmony now. And everyone taking a nice big deep breath. As you connect to yourself, your higher self, your God self, allowing you to know the truth of your existence, allowing you to know the truth of who you are, to see the truth in your dreams, to see and feel the awareness and the consciousness in your waking state, to connect to those who can guide you on this path, to allow you to be where you have asked to be, to allow for this awareness of your presence to be, as you know yourself, know your soul, know your being. As I begin now to close these energies, these portals of energy, we go ki hito, om shimasi. And just take a deep breath wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And welcome back. Welcome back. I know, having my welcome back Coda moment. Oh, wow. So you guys, I think I'm going to call it an early night. Whatever it is, whatever you're doing, stay hydrated, rest, as this new energy of singularity, as I am still playing with it, still becoming familiar with it, as it was introduced into the collective space tonight. Rest, be easy with yourself, hydrate. And as I said, this time I gift to you freely. But if you feel that this presentation of the show is of value, I ask that you click in the link below to offer a donation, because that does keep the show running. And stay tuned for the next few weeks, because there's going to be some amazing guests coming on this show. So make sure you watch the recorded episodes as well as the lives. And yeah, everyone have an amazing weekend. And until next time, everyone, keep exploring. And as Rebecka would say, be the change in you.